Hello, Guns Explained here. We're going to evaluate the question today, does anyone actually need a semi-automatic firearm for home defense and self-defense? To do it, we're going to do a little hands-on experiment, but obviously that would be really dangerous with actual guns, so we're going to be using Nerf guns instead. So this is going to approximate the behavior of a pump-action shotgun, because this is a single shot. I know it looks like a scary assault weapon, and now that I look at it, actually technically yes, under the 1994 assault weapons ban, this would be considered an assault weapon because it has a pistol grip, a removable stock, and a barrel shroud.
I'm a little scared now.
Yep, this is terrifying. But this operates as a single shot firearm, just like a pump action shotgun. So this slide right here pumps it, and then you just shoot and then shoot again, got to pump, shoot again. And this right here is a semi-automatic handgun.
Yeah, every time you pull the trigger, it loads another round for you. You just got to pull again.
Boom. So we are going to use these tools to go through a couple of scenarios on what you might face as someone trying to defend your home from an intruder. Now Mason here is going to be our burglar. He's going to break in, and I'll be the homeowner. I'll hear a bump in the night from downstairs, and I'll go to investigate. I will not know where upstairs Mason is, and so we'll be able to use these body cams, these
handy body cams,
Yep.
tactical.
Tactical.
It's really, really fun.
Yeah, tactical body cams to document the entire experience and see what it's like to try to, whether using a single shot firearm is going to be sufficient if somebody breaks into your home. Scenario 1. Heard a bump in the night. I'm going to go check it out. Not sure what to expect though, so here we go. Freeze! Dude, you would have nailed me. If those were actual bullets,
Yeah.
I'd have been a pincushion. Because those were all coming right at me, they just weren't ranging.
Yeah, yours is ranged us very well, so I'm like,
And you can see the number of rounds difference. Like it took me way longer to shoot off 5 rounds than it did you. You were out of ammo before we knew it.
I didn't even realize that, yeah.
Scenario 2. Damn it.
I'm armed! Oh, shoot. I have a mic on. We're good, I think.
You missed. You had one shot and you missed. And that's the thing. Single shots. I was just basically going like this. Because I could.
I was right in the open.
Scenario 3. If you're there, I should tell you I'm on. You scared the crap out of me. But that was like perfect because it was a perfect demonstration. So like, cause I saw you coming and you were coming at me. I had time, like my gun was already raised. I had time to pull the trigger. I missed. I had time for maybe one more, and you were here. We're going to repeat the knife-wielding scenario to see, put him in a different spot. Maybe that was just a fluke. Maybe we'd have better chances in a different scenario, in a different situation. So we're going to run that another couple times probably. Scenario 4.
Yeah, okay, this doesn't work because you came with that. So
Boom! All right,
I was like, I could just chuck the knife at his head.
Well, I guess that's points for the single shot.
Yeah, single shot 1.
Okay, should we run it again?
Let's do it again.
Scenario 5. If someone's up here, you should know I am armed. So come out with your hands up. And no harm will come to you. I need to stop cussing. My wife's going to be so mad at me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm dead. I am so dead. But, I mean, I did get a shot, but I got one shot off before I tripped and tumbled.
So yeah, if you got a shot off and missed and you tumbled, then
dead.
Yeah, easy prey.
And if I had had a semi-auto, I could have done 2 or 3 shots before because
you would have just been squeezing.
Boom, 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 and I wouldn't even. I went sideways because I knew I needed time to reload. I wouldn't have gone sideways if I had been pulling the trigger. So.
Right.
So we had a ton of fun, and we learned a couple things as well. So the thing about the single shots is, yes, this doesn't completely approximate a shotgun. Obviously, there are other variables, like how loud a shotgun is. That can really terrify a burglar. In this scenario, I was coming up. I was ready for action. I was hot, but he was also expecting me. He was armed. He was ready to kill me rather than get taken in. So there's some incentive differences, and there's going to be a lot of situations where just having any firearm at all is going to just make the guy,
It's going to scare someone off. No.
Yeah. Scare them off. They run out the door. Sure, they don't get caught, but they're out the door. They're not your problem anymore. And they're not coming back because they know you'll blow their head off if they do. Or they'll just surrender immediately upon seeing a firearm. It doesn't matter what kind of firearm it is. So those situations do happen. But I think we effectively demonstrated here that if you're
a determined criminal.
Yeah, if the burglar is
There's
ready
a
for
way.
business, if he's down to clown, if you will, a single shot is not likely to cut it.
There's a ways that criminal can get to you.
Yeah.
Multiple ways.
But for somebody like me, where I'm in my mid to upper 20s, I'm proficient with firearms. Yeah, a shotgun or a .357 Magnum revolver, that's going to work okay for me if I choose to take the time to be proficient with it and I have a game plan for when that happens.
Right. But if you're someone more like frail, maybe like an elderly person, or a high school daughter somewhere there, a high school kid maybe that's home alone, knows where a firearm is, they may not be able to handle the kick or be proficient enough that shotgun's gonna do them any good. Is it gonna be any more better than just having a bat in their hand or something like that?
That's a good point. Like you talking about me, yeah, I can handle a shotgun, I can handle a big revolver because I know how, and I'm healthy and strong. But yeah, a 75-year-old little old lady,
Yeah.
she is not going to be pulling out your 12-gauge shotgun, but she still has the right to self-defense, right?
Absolutely.
And she's not going to be able to control a revolver that's powerful enough that you can safely guarantee I will not need more than 6 rounds. It's going to be too powerful for the little old lady, or the
All over the place.
17-year-old girl who's been shooting with her dad, gone shooting with her dad once or twice.
Right.
Like, they're not going to be able to handle these enormously powerful handguns. Whereas an AR-15 or a semi-automatic handgun, you can get them that are very easy to control, relatively speaking. The kickback, the recoil, much better, much easier to handle. So,
And you have rapid fire that could correct onto someone or whatnot with
true.
multiple shots if they had to.
And that's that's the biggest problem with the revolvers is, they got the double action triggers. So without a lot of practice, it takes a lot of practice to control the sweep that happens when you try to squeeze that trigger. And with a shotgun, shotguns don't really come with any attachments. Like you can't really put a scope. I mean, you could, but you can't.
Yeah.
You never really see a scope on a shotgun.
It might be kind of painful if you had a scope on a shotgun, depending on.
Oh yeah.
The game kind of changes if you could just, pull and let it fire.
And that's the great equalizer. I mean, for the same reason why a lot of people don't want semi-automatic handguns in the hands of criminals, those are the exact reasons we do want them in the hands of the people who are trying to protect themselves. So that's our thought. Hopefully this was a little bit enlightening for you. It was definitely enlightening for us.
Yeah, a little entertaining too.
A little bit of fun. Nice break from the office. So
Absolutely.
thank you, and we will see you next week.